I think every culture, everyone, we just know that music goes beyond language, beyond words, beyond mind, and it drops us into a space that we can feel things anew, refresh ourselves. You know, we nourish ourselves not just with the food we eat, with the thoughts we think, but with whatever we expose ourselves to. I love Gary uses the term vibrational intelligence. I also heard him, yeah, he calls sometimes the things that he does mediaceuticals.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard that one either.
Yeah, I like that term because even with Gary, I saw him, he was presenting at this big a medical center in Houston, Texas, of all places. And they've been doing research which shows that if you just play certain media for these people, they need something like a third to a half as much pain medication, you
Oh,
know,
wow.
and they're proving it at the hospitals. And
Yeah.
so, and so many other things happening where I've seen, I felt it in my heart, but I also feel like, because I'm so cognitive, so much in
Yeah.
my head as a researcher, as a university researcher, and lots of the things I've done, it's just so good to drop from the head to the heart, you
Yeah.
know, and there's a wisdom there that's beyond the mind. It's beyond what you've learned in this life. It's
Yeah.
almost like you need to unlearn certain things, and music is a portal to go back to the things you've always known.
Yeah.
You don't have to put effort into it. You almost have to just relax into it.
Yeah.
And then that
Beautiful.
wisdom, those solutions, that insight comes. You know, even in talking about difficult things, sometimes the fear sensors come up, but only from fear you can only think of certain solutions.
Right.
But the music drops you back into your heart where there's a wider buffet of solutions available in which you can just decide consciously choose. Like I love Leandro, he's talking about fight and flight, and then beyond that there's just a wisdom of just knowing you're safe, you
Right.
are loved, and you have a powerful capacity as a human being, as divine and human on this planet, to do powerful things. And I saw all of that in Gary. And I
Oh,
said, this wisdom of the world, this music needs to exist on the planet, and as many people as possible need to have access to it. And so that's why I just jumped in. And that's also why I'm a big supporter of Thrive, of you, Foster, of any artist that's doing these powerful things on the planet.
thank you so much, Clint. Well, you are such a light. You have a real capacity for recognizing light. I think, especially because of that. And I want you to. The second thing I want you to talk about is Dr. Naram, because I know that you published a book recently, which is one of my all-time favorite books. Everybody, you just have to get this book. You can't not get this book for your own joy and health. So I'd like you just to mention briefly the book, who this guy is that it's about, and then this show that you do.
Yeah, super. Thank you, Foster. Thank you so much for your support. We just passed the 1-year birthday of this book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, about a Western skeptic, which was me, an Eastern master, which was Dr. Naram, and life's greatest secrets. And here you can see, here's me with Dr. Naram. Dr. Naram had a master who lived to be 125 years old, had a master who had lived to be 145, had a master. The original master was Jivaka, who was the physician for Buddha. And in this unbroken lineage, they preserve secrets on these ancient manuscripts for thousands of years, which just barely last year, June 1st, we released some of them into the world. And it's been so amazing and magical. Talk about like unlearning certain things, you know, and then leaning into what's possible. I'm so optimistic and hopeful about what we can do on the planet, because even in the last year, I've seen volunteers from literally all over the world say, I want to translate this book. So volunteers have been translating into 30 languages. The audio book is about to be ready. Every Sunday, we do something called the Sunday Miracle Call. And literally people from all over the world, 55 countries or more, join just to share from applying simple principles in the book, how they're helped with chronic and acute health problems like diabetes and arthritis and cholesterol. We just had a woman on the call just from chapter 1, brought her brother out of a coma when the doctor said that there's no chance of survival. You know, ADD, ADHD, losing hair, overweight. You know, lots of people want to get off the pandemic pounds. Why not do it in a delicious, simple, healthy, awesome way? You know,
Yeah.
and it's just so fun to see what's possible. How when you love yourself, truly, you love your body, then you can be a bigger instrument of contagious healing on the planet. Everyone's worried about contagiousness last year. I say this is contagious healing. And it comes from love. The opening quote in the book just says, I didn't come to teach you. I came to love you. and love will teach you. And really, I think that's what you're doing, Foster. You're creating this atmosphere of so much love that we just gotta burst through all the obstacles and just find the solutions in every area, because that's what we're here to do, to think differently and to live differently. And it starts with you. Love your body, love your mind, and nourish it in such a way that so much is possible.
Let me tell our audience that Dr. Clint here is not exaggerating about the healing that's come through Dr. Naram and his lineage, and now through this book, and Clint himself and a number of other students of Dr. Naram's. And Kimberly and I have been after the best healers in the world for 20 years. And Dr. Naram is definitely in the top 4 in terms of the results that he produces. Unfortunately, he passed on recently, but he's left an amazing legacy, which Clint and his family and Dr. Naram's family are carrying on in beautiful ways. 2 other things I want you to mention just in closing. So first of all, what's the website where they can go and follow you and find this book?
I just saw Laura. I don't know who Laura is, but
Laura's helping.
Whole chat she's been putting in there. It's myancientsecrets.com.
And by the way, thanks to Clint, I'm 16 pounds released, healthier than I've ever been, and it's all because of the mung bean challenge. So I just want to thank Dr. Clint for that.
Okay, and then finally, would you mention, Clint, how people would find your TED Talk, which I know has over 1 million views now and just makes me cry every time I watch it. And it's a great introduction to this whole thing.
Yeah, the TEDx Talk now across 2 million, and it's the same name as the book. You just search Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer TEDx. Now it's interesting because for a long time it was there's like thousands of people viewing it at a time, but then you know how sometimes they hide stuff. So you actually have to search exactly for that title now to find it.
Oh, which is interesting. Wow. Yeah, we just got banned on Twitter about 10 days ago. They gave us no warning. They won't tell us why. We've started bugging them about it. Now they've changed it to a restriction where they just put a warning up that there's unusual activity on this site. So you can click on something if you have the courage and stupidity to go through and witness what Thrive is tweeting about. So yeah, we live in strange times, but you're truly a bringer of truth, healing, and so much love. Thanks for joining us, Clint.
Oh, big love to you, Kimberly, and everyone on this call. You're not here by accident. You're part of, Dr. Ram would say, either you're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Everyone here is definitely part of the solution.
Well, thank you so much. I'm really glad we could get you on.